Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about the perfect square and square root. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now the next part of our video class is we're going to identify whether the given number is a perfect square or not. If the number is a perfect square, then compute its square root. So before we answer this one class, we need to understand more with regards to the perfect square and square root. Alright, let's start with a perfect square. Now, perfect squares are numbers that are product of integers by themselves. In other words, when an integer is multiplied by itself, the resulting product is termed as perfect square. If n squared is equals m, then m is a square of n, and m is a perfect square. So let me just explain this one class for you to really understand with regards to the perfect square. Once again, when an integer is multiplied by itself, the resulting product is termed as perfect square. Let me give you an example class. If I will say 3 multiplied by itself 3, the result class or the answer 9 is what we call a perfect square. So this 9 class is what we call a perfect square. Once again, if an integer multiplied by itself, the answer class is what we call a perfect square. Another example class. If I will say 4 times 4, what's the answer class? Of course, that's 16, right? Therefore, 16 class is what we call a perfect square. Now, you can also write this one class. Once again, 3 times 3, you can write that one 3 squared. Okay, 3 squared, it doesn't mean 3 times 2. It means that you multiply this 3 by itself twice. So, 3 squared, it means 3 times 3. And 3 times 3, that's equals to 9. So therefore, 9 is a perfect square. Question, if I will say 25. Is 25 a perfect square? Yup, 25 is a perfect square. Why is that, sir? Because if we multiply 5 by itself, 5 times 5, the answer is 25. Therefore, 25 is a perfect square. So that's the thing there, class, with regards to the perfect square. A number multiplied by itself, the answer is a perfect square. Now, what if I say 81? Is 81 a perfect square? Yup, 81 is a perfect square because if we multiply 9 by itself, 9 times 9, the answer is 81. That's correct. So 81 is a perfect square. Now, if I will say 7 squared, what's the answer to 7 squared? That's correct. 7 squared, it doesn't mean 7 times 2. It means that you multiply this 7 by itself twice. So 7 times 7, the answer is 49. And 49 is a perfect square. Alright, so I hope you get that one class with regards to the perfect square. Now, what if I give you a fraction class? What if I say 4 over 9? Is 4 over 9 a perfect square? Now, with regards to the fraction class, to determine that it is a perfect square, you need to remember this one class. So, to determine if a fraction is a perfect square, one must check if both numerator and denominator can be expressed as the square of integer. Example class. 4 over 9. Can we express this one as the square of integer? Yup, we can express this one as square of integer. For 4, we can write that one 2 squared, right? 2 squared is just the same with 4. And for 9, we can write that one 3 squared, right? We can express as the square of integer. 2 squared, then 3 squared. Once again, 2 squared, it means 2 times 2. And 3 squared, once again, it doesn't mean 3 times 2. It means 3 times 3. So 2 times 2, that's 4. 3 times 3, that's 9. So therefore, class, if the number on the numerator can be expressed as the square of integer, and the number on the denominator can be expressed as the square of integer, therefore, class, this number class is a perfect square. 4 over 9 is a perfect square. So I hope you got that one, class. Let me give you another example, class. If you're confused with this one, let me give you another example. If I will say 25 over 49. Is 25 over 49 a perfect square? Let's check if we can express this one as the square of integer. For 25, can we write 6 squared or 5 squared? That's correct. It should be 5 squared. 5 squared because 5 squared, it means 5 times 5. How about for 49 class? Can we express that one as the square of integer? Yup, 49, we can express that one as 7 squared, right? 7 squared, because 7 squared, it means 7 times 7. And 7 times 7, that is 49. So 5 times 5 is 25. 7 times 7, that is 49. Therefore, class, 25 over 49 is a perfect square. So I hope you understand this one, class, with regards to the fraction. Because there are fractions, class, that we can call it perfect square. Alright, so let's answer this one, class. Let's complete the following table to show the squares of the whole number. So for 0, the square of 0, it means 0 times 0, that is 0. The square of 1, once again, class, is the square of 1. 1 squared, it doesn't mean 1 times 2, it means 1 times 1. And 1 times 1, that is 1. So the square of 4, once again, 4 times 4, that's 16. The square of 2, 2 times 2, that is 4. So our answer is 4. Alright, so let me just write it in red, class. Our answer is 4. And for 3, class, the square of 3, what's the answer, class? 3 squared. That's correct. 3 squared, it means 3 times 3, and that is 9. How about for 5, class? The square of 5, what's the answer, class? 5 squared, it means 5 times 5, and that is 25. For 6, that is 36. For 7, 7 times 7 is 49. For 8, that is 64. For 9, 9 times 9, that is 81. And for 10, 10 times 10, that is 100. And you try this one, class. And you put your answer on the comment section down below. What if I say 11 squared? So 11 squared. What's the answer, class? 11 squared. You put your answer in the comment section down below. So I hope you understand, class, with regards to the perfect square. Because the next part is we'll be discussing the square root. So if you have some questions, class, with regards to perfect square, feel free to leave a comment on the comment section down below. So let's discuss, class, about the square root. Now, let's talk about the square root, class. What do you mean by square root? A square root is one number that gives another specific number as the result when you multiply it by itself. In other words, 5 is the square root of 25 because 5 times 5 is equals to 25. Let me give you another example, class. If I will say, what would be the square root of 16? What's your answer, class? Of course, the answer is 4 because 4 times 4 is equal to 16. Therefore, the square root of 16 is 4. So you think of a number, class, that when you multiply it by itself, the answer is 16. Of course, the answer is 4 because 4 times 4, that is 16. What if I say the square root of 36? What's the answer, class? The square root of 36, that is 6. Why is that, sir? Because 6 times 6 is equals to 36. Therefore, the square root of 36, that is 6. Now, if I will say, last one example, class, if I will say the square root of 1, what would be the square root of 1? That's correct. The square root of 1, that is 1. Why is that, sir? Because 1 times 1, the answer is 1. So therefore, the square root of 1, that is 1. Now, what if you have given fraction, class? What if the teacher will ask you, what would be the square root of 25 over 49? What's your answer, class? That's correct. The answer for that would be 5 over 7. But to do that one, class, once again, you can separate this one. You can write this one square root of 25 over the square root of 49. This is just the same, class. A square root of 25 over 49, you can write that one square root of 25, then square root of 49. And the square root of 25, what's the square root of 25, class? That's correct. The square root of 25, that is 5. Because 5 times 5 is 25. And the square root of 49, what's the answer, class? That's correct. The square root of 49, that is 7. Because 7 times 7, that is 49. So that's the thing there, class, that you will do if you have this kind of fraction given. So you get the square root of the numerator and then you get the square root of the denominator. Alright, so that's one example for the fraction. What if I say the square root of, 1 over 4? What's the answer, class? So the square root of 1, so what will be the square root of 1? That is 1. And the square root of 4, that is 2. So therefore, 1/2 will be our answer. Why is that, sir? Because if you multiply, class, 1/2 times 1/2, you will get 1/4. 1 times 1, multiply the numerators, multiplying fractions. 1 times 1 is 1, and then 2 times 2, that is 4. So therefore, the square root of 1/4, that is 1/2. Same with this one, class. If you multiply 5 over 7, multiplied by 5 over 7, multiply the numerators. Once again, multiplying fractions, class, you have that. On the rational numbers, multiplying fractions, 5 times 5 is 25, and then 7 times 7, that is 49. Therefore, the square root of 25 over 49, that is 5 over 7. Alright, so if you understand the square root class, we'll be answering this type of examples. Right, let's try to answer this one, class. Alright, so let's proceed answering this one, class. We're going to identify whether the given number is a perfect square or not. If the number is a perfect square, then compute its square root. Alright, so let's start with 0. Is 0 a perfect square? Yup, 0 is a perfect square because 0 times 0, that is 0. So therefore, 0 is a perfect square. How about 81, class? Is 81 a perfect square? Yup, 81 is a perfect square because if we multiply 9 by itself, 9 times 9, that is 81. So once again, class, to think or to find a number that is a perfect square, you think of a number, class, that when you multiply it by itself, you will get this answer. Of course, that's 9, right? Because 9 times 9, the answer is 81. So therefore, 81 is a perfect square. How about 50, class? Is 50 a perfect square? Nope, 50 is not a perfect square because our perfect square, class, we have 0. 0 times 0 is 0. We have 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Then 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4. Then 3 times 3 is 9. And then 4 times 4, that's 16. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. Then 64, 8 times 8. Then 81, 9 times 9. And then 10 times 10, that's 100, and so on. So 50, class, you cannot see that on the perfect square. So therefore, 50 is not a perfect square. Alright, how about 121, class? Is 121 a perfect square? Yup, 121 is a perfect square. Because 11 times 11, that's 121. Once again, class, 11 times 11, that's 121. Therefore, 121 is a perfect square. How about 27, class? Is 27 a perfect square? Nope, 27 is not a perfect square. You cannot see 27 in our perfect square. So 27 is not a perfect square. How about 8? Is 8 a perfect square? Nope, 8 is not a perfect square. You cannot see 8 plus on our perfect square. So 8 is not a perfect square. How about 4 over 9 plus? Is 4 over 9 a perfect square? So 4 over 9. Once again, class, to know that this fraction is a perfect square, you think of an integer, class, that we can square the integer. So for 4, we can do it 2 squared, right? 2 squared, it means 2 times 2, and the answer is 4. For 9, we can think 3 squared. Because 3 squared, it means 3 times 3. So 2 squared, it means 2 times 2. And then 3 squared, it means 3 times 3. So therefore, class, we get a square of an integer. 2 squared, it means 2 times 2, that's 4. 3 squared, it means 3 times 3, that's 9. Therefore, class, this 4 over 9 is a perfect square. We already explained that one, class, on the first part of our video. So 4 over 9 is a perfect square. So 4 over 9 is a perfect square. How about 25, class? Is 25 a perfect square? Yup, 25 is a perfect square because 5 times 5, that is 25. Alright, so how about 1? Is 1 a perfect square? Yup, 1 is a perfect square. Because 1 times 1, that's 1. How about 18 over 2? Is 18 over 2 a perfect square? Yup. Because 18 divided 2, the answer is 9. And 9 is a perfect square because 3 times 3, that is 9. So therefore, 18 over 2 is a perfect square. Or we can write that one, class, 9. So once again, 18 over 2, we can write this one 9. That's okay, class. 18 over 2 or 9. And it is a perfect square. Alright, how about 25 over 49? 25 over 49, is it a perfect square? So let's check. 25 over 49. You think of an integer, class, that we can square, that we can get 25. That would be 5 squared, right? 5 squared is 25 because 5 times 5, that is 25. And for 49, we can make 7 squared. Because 7 squared, it means 7 times 7. So if you have a square on the numerator and then denominator, therefore, class, this fraction is a perfect square. So 25 over 49 is a perfect square. How about 1/4, class? Is 1/4 a perfect square? So let's check. 1 over 4. So the square of the numerator, can we get 1 squared? Is 1 squared the same with 1? Yup, because 1 squared, it means 1 times 1. And for 4, we have 2 squared, right? Because 2 times 2, that is 4. So therefore, class, 1/4 is a perfect square. Alright, so therefore, so in this scenario class, we have given numbers, we have the perfect squares, and these are not perfect squares. So we need to get the square root of the perfect square number. So our answer, let's start with 0. The square root of 0, of course, that is 0. Okay, once again, the square root of 0, our answer is 0. So the square root of 0, that's 0. The square root of 81, that is 9, because 9 times 9, that's 81. So the square root of 0 is equals to 0. The square root of 81 is equals to 9. The square root of 121, that is 11. The square root of 4 over 9, that is 2 over 3. Once again, class, the square root of 4 over 9, let me just explain that one. The square root of 4, okay. The square root of 4 over 9, so once again, square root of the numerator, square root of 4, that's 2. And then the square root of the denominator, the square root of 9, that is 3. Because 2 times 2, that's 4. 3 times 3, that's 9. Therefore, the square root of 4 over 9, that is 2 over 3. The square root of 25, that is 5. The square root of 1, that is 1, because 1 times 1 is 1. Once again, the square root of 25 is 5, because 5 times 5, that is 25. And then the square root of 18 over 2, or 9, the square root of 9, that is 3. Alright, and then the square root of 25 over 49, sorry, square root of 25 over 49, so the square root of 25 over 49, the square root of 25, that's 5, the square root of 49, that is 7, so that will be 5 over 7, and the square root of 1/4, that is 1 over 2. Alright, so that's it, class, all set. So you try this one, class, for this perfect square. Let me ask you this one. Is 25 over 36 a perfect square? And if it's a perfect square, class, you get the square root, class. And you put your answer in the comment section down below. So once again, class, is 25 over 36 a perfect square? If it is a perfect square, you get the square root, class. And you put your answer in the comment section down below. So once again, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.